Special shout out to my patrons. Thanks for supporting me. If you want to join up, I'll leave a link in the description. Yo, what's up guys? Welcome to Slasher Home Video. Today we are talking about the new release of VHS 99, most specifically the Walmart exclusive Steelbook Blu-ray DVD combo pack of VHS 99. Yeah, so VHS 99, if you don't know, it's part of an anthology found footage series that's recently been getting an installment every year from Shudder, kind of becoming an October Halloween tradition a little bit. I've been into that big time. I believe I reviewed the last one, which was VHS 94, their Blu-ray release. This one, they're bumping it up a little bit. They got a Steelbook. It's also a Walmart exclusive. So yeah, this is like one of the last reliable kind of releases that you can still go out to a physical store and get consistently. So they're always a little exciting anytime Walmart gets an exclusive Steelbook or anything. For me anyway, I don't know about everybody else. This is the 5th installment. It's got 4 segments to it and kind of a wraparound, but not really a wraparound. It's like let's be honest, if you've watched the franchise, the wraparound is the weakest part usually, and it's been getting worse and worse. So for them to kind of drop it, it makes sense. I'm cool with that. Instead, they kind of do like a thing where you get a random scene between the first 2 segments that kind of starts to make sense when you get to the 3rd one. It's a pretty cool way to do it. This is set around the year 99. There is a segment about a group of kids who go to a kind of like CBGB's kind of punk rock bar that burned down mysteriously years ago with some kind of legend around it, and horror movie stuff happens. You have a segment about Ozzy's Dungeon, which is like mostly hidden temple, but with a little bit of Double Dare sprinkled in. A kids show. It has like kinda horror movie stuff happen. It's a real weird one. You get a story about some kids spying on their hot neighbor and kind of facing repercussions for that. And one where on Y2K, some people try to resurrect a demon and 2 of them get sucked into hell. So those are your stories. Pretty weird, pretty cool for the most part. The franchise is really starting to go way more all in into straight up horror comedy with every installment, which I don't have a problem with. I enjoy horror comedy, and they do still have like, oh shit, I forgot a segment altogether. There is 5 segments, and one of them is about a girl who's trying to join a frat party or a sorority house, and they try to bury her alive as a prank, which is a really good one, and that's one of the more serious ones. And so that's kind of what you're starting to get with the franchise. You'll get like 1 or 2 maybe genuinely good attempts at like a scary story, usually spooky kind of story, and then quite a few horror comedy segments. So if you're into that kind of thing, I mean, it's pretty solid. I've been enjoying it for the past 2 movies that they've really been doing that, basically since it got on Shudder. Just to avoid giving away like anything that could be spoilery, I'll just say that my favorite segment is probably the first one about the kids who go to the burned down punk bar. The way that one ends is right up my alley. It's got a lot of elements I like in it. Kind of a unique subgenre of horror that randomly pops up every once in a while that doesn't get enough love. And I'll just go ahead and say it. It's like, you know, it's like a kind of a heavy metal horror segment, which I dig. Goes over the top in a very good way towards the end. That last scene of that segment I love. The weakest for me is probably Ozzy's Dungeon, even though it should be right up my alley because I'm a huge, like, I'm a 90s kid. I love nostalgia, and that one they did a really good job of kind of like getting that hidden temple feel, especially with the music. But then it just goes so weird, and a lot of the stuff that happens in it doesn't make sense. It's just weird. and not in that good weird way, just the what the fuck is going on here kind of weird way. And I don't know, it loses me a little bit. As for the rest of the segments, I like them a lot. No complaints. But the first one is definitely my personal favorite, just because of the style, kind of the subgenre it taps into or whatever. Overall, I would give this 3 stars. It's pretty good. Roughly ranking it in the franchise, it would definitely be towards the bottom though. Like maybe ranked 3rd or 4th, probably 4th. I don't know. That's not an official ranking, just kind of where I might put it. But still, that being said, because I kind of like all the installments of the franchise, it's still a great time. If you like found footage, if you like anthologies, you'll like it. And if you're like me, their kind of marketing is working, because it is slowly becoming like a Halloween event tradition to watch like the release of the new VHS movie. We're getting one this year. I believe it's going to be VHS 85, which will be cool. And if they keep that going, I mean, I'm a simple boy. If you release something on October, I'm probably eventually going to associate it with Halloween and like it more. Plus, the franchise already has like a little bit of an advantage, because I tend to watch anthologies around Halloween, just because they have that spooky like campfire story vibe a lot of times. And the first one ended with a Halloween themed like segment, so the foundation was already there. Luckily they're capitalizing on it and it's working for me. So yeah, I just thought I'd throw that out there. As for the release, it's of course a Steelbook. It's got, first off, sweet cover art. It's like a matte finish, but the colors are like metallic. It feels like maybe it's just the tagline, VHS Goes to Hell. It feels like they're kind of trying to homage Jason Goes to Hell a little bit there with the colors, but then they've got the blues there and stuff. One of their better covers in my opinion. One thing I don't like, not even a J card this time. It's just like a card that sits on the back. And I guess like you're supposed to throw this away. I'm not a big fan of that. I'm not a big fan of Steelbooks, and I get like the gimmick is like it's supposed to be all cover art with no marketing, and that's cool for some people maybe. I like the information. I don't know why, I just do. Maybe I like to see the special features, and you know, this just is sitting here loose. It gets lost or thrown away, and then all I have is this, which whatever. Small complaint though for me. I don't like that. And then on the inside you've got the 2 discs and a screenshot there. The cool granny with her Y2K glasses on. And like it says on the back, it's got over 3 hours of bonus content, which, you know, of course they're counting the commentary in there, so you got about actually an hour and a half if you don't count that. But still, especially for an RLJE release, which is usually pretty bare bones, minimal special features, this is one of the bulkier ones. I'm not sure, let me look real quick. Yeah, sorry about that. It seems to have the same exact special features as the normal release, so no bonus material out of this. You get the Steelbook, all you're getting extra is the special packaging. But still, for again an RLJE release that's usually bare bones, this is way more than you're used to getting. And I've watched some of the special features, they're pretty cool. I haven't watched the commentary, but yeah, that's kind of what you get with the packaging and the features. As far as the quality, I mean, solid. Nothing wrong with the video quality or the audio. Looks better than it did streaming. So yeah, as far as this goes, I'll give it a 3 stars as well. It's pretty good. And this is just me. It's just losing points for this shit because I don't know, again, this is my bias because I'm not a big Steelbook fan. The other alternative is a J card, which I still don't like, but it would just be better than this. I think the people who have it right, I think it might be Target or Best Buy one who does like the transparent sleeves over the Steelbooks. That's the way you need to do it. But yeah, still pretty good, solid release. If you're a fan of the movie, I highly recommend it. If you want a little bit of a bump up in packaging as an alternative to the standard blue case. But yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. And until next time.